Salutations, guys, gals, and transvestites. Yeah, it's your savage son of a gun, the steroid sucking, Mama June bucking, mini golf putting, Tuffy-Tuf and the Tuff Foundation, and I am here to drop one of my world famous damn fine reviews for a role-playing game that will wet anyone's whistle that is into role-playing games. Oh yes. So, I'm gonna tell you a story. A few weeks ago, one of my favorite subbies of all time wrote me and said, "Hey, Tuffmeister, why have no games got the Tuffy-Tuf Seal of Approval lately?" And I looked him right in his eye. He wears an iPad, so I could only look at one eyeball, just so we're clear. And I told him that the Tuffy-Tuf Seal of Approval will be being bestowed shortly. So just hold your horses, you big duck, and let me use my Nostradamus skills. And guess what? I'm one Nostradamus son of a gun, because my prediction, I told my buddy, is right. Because I am dropping my review for Divinity Original Sin Deuce. Okay, so now let's do a history lesson. Divinity Original Sin, Wasteland 2, and Pillars of Eternity are the original 3 games. Yes, 3 games. That's my meow in the background. Don't mind her. Those 3 games really kicked off these amazing Kickstarter RPGs that have came off that site. Now, none of those games were Game of the Year material, but they were all great role-playing games. Don't get me wrong. Now, fast forward to now, and we have sequels to Pillars and Divinity 2. And while Pillars was good, Pillars 2 was good, Divinity 2 took that motherfucker to a whole new level. This game is legit Game of the Year material, and it's a top role-playing game for Generation 8 so far. That's PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch 8. One thing that really impressed me about this game is that you can think, the game just totally thinks out of the box to solve their quest. Like, there are things that you can do in Divinity that would trigger a glitch in most other games. Like, I can't tell you how many times in the first quarter of the game I used my transport gloves to move the story along by getting into an area that I thought wouldn't even be accessible in the game. There are just so many little tiny things that Divinity has woven into the story and gameplay that make it such a forward-thinking title that it's almost mind-boggling. Yes. Now, the story in Divinity is really good. It's doggone swell. At times it can be a bit convoluted, but I'll take that any day over the cliche trash-o-rama that a lot of games spit out there. You can choose 3 companions at your side out of the 6, and they all have excellent side stories and backstories. And they all have an impact on the beautiful world that Divinity 2 is. It almost feels like if you want to play with one of the 6 pre-made side characters instead of the player you actually made for the game, the title would truck along perfectly like an old man trying to return soup at a deli, yes. The game just does so many little things that almost feel like 5 or 10 years ahead of its time. It's amazing to think what Larian Studios did with Divinity 2. Larian? Did I say that correctly? Did I? That studio is a team of around 130 people, and there's games like Fallout 76 that have thousands and thousands of humanoids working on it, and we all know how that title turned out. It turned out worse than the crack pipe Mama June got caught with last Friday, for Pete's sake. Okay, let's get to the combat. The combat in Divinity 2 is strong and, might I add, pleasant surprise, very challenging. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nothing revolutionary, but it's very, very good regardless. And the game is a toughie. And my name, WauwautosaTufGuy. I like things tough. I'll put it out there. This game is probably the hardest game I have played on the default difficulty since Catherine for the PS3. This isn't a game where you can sit back on your laurels and expect to win, especially if you don't manage your inventory. In the later stages of the game, that's gonna fuck you right in the ass, and I know some of you like that. And well, it won't be a good thing in this aspect. It'll be like a prison fuck in the ass. You catch my drift? I'm gonna say it right here. I'm gonna put this right out there. Saving those mind maggot grenades were probably the best decision I made in a game since not flushing the toilet at Lefties in Leisure Suit Larry 1. Divinity is a game that will be a hardcore RPG lover's dream. You will have to pay attention to quests and NPCs, read a lot of books, and spend a lot of time managing your inventory. This game has not been streamlined one little bit, and I love it for that. While the micromanaging sometimes got a bit tedious even for me, and I'm someone who claims to love micromanaging, overall, I wouldn't change a thing about it. This is an old school game that is years ahead of its time all at once. It's like the perfect mix of, just, like peanut butter and jelly. If this is what role-playing games will look like in the 2020s, oh boy, we're gonna be in for a renaissance, or in the golden age of the genre, if you will. Holy guacamole! Obviously, this game will get overlooked by a lot of people, and you know what? That is 100% their loss. But for the Tuffy-Tuf guys and the 100-year bores of the gaming world, Divinity 2 will go down as one of the great role-playing games of the 20-teens. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Mama June be pumping on that last ditty. I had my ovaries cut off on my kitty. Maybe that's why she's meowing. I need to finish this video so I can amass some shitty. If I had to rate the PS4 version of Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition, I would rate it a 92. Out of 100, which is spectacular, according to the Tuffy-Tuf Manifesto. And out of the 364 games I have played and rated in my life, Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is my 24th favorite game of all time, right behind StarCraft 2 for the PC. I never played StarCraft 1, so StarCraft here, don't bring me up to right. Don't read the riot act on me, okay? I love that second one, okay? And Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. That will really grind some gears of the white supremacist RPG lovers out there. That group will be pissed at old Tuffy-Tuf. Whoopsie daisy. Also, since Divinity Sin 2 is my 24th favorite game, it puts it right ahead of Dark Souls 1 and Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. Mass Effect 3. Don't care what you say. Me love some Mass Effect 3. It had me hooked. So there you have it. If you are a lover, of turn-based RPGs, you people, not racist, just you people, you owe it to yourself to play Divinity Original Sin 2. I can't even talk. There is just so much in this game that is ahead of anything we have seen yet, and everything about the motherfucker is so well done. Yes! Wait. You all want to hear something else that is way ahead of its time and really, really well done? Do ya? I can hear you. Pamela Anderson, will you co-sign for these motherfuckers out here? She didn't talk, but her boobies did. Okay, they're ready. XOXO. That's what I mean. Oh, oh.
Where's she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.